Hey, love bugs. Welcome back to She's So Shinea, and I'm your girl, Shinea. On this channel, we will talk about real conversations about confidence, growth, reinvention, beauty, faith, and becoming the woman you were always meant to be. Okay? And today's conversation is personal because I wanted to talk about what happens when people try to tell you that you need to tone yourself down, and how I learned that being taken seriously never requires you to disappear. And if that's something that you're interested in, grab a chair, grab something to drink, a snack, and let's spend a couple of minutes together. Now, when I was younger, I was an admin, and everyone at the company knew me, knew that I wanted to be in HR. I had a mentor. She was an African American woman, a little bit older than me, and she told me that I dressed too sexy, that I was too sexy. I wore too many bright colors and that I needed to tone it down. Not to be shady, but hey, she was very plain Jane, and I don't subscribe to being a plain Jane. Then there was a white girl who was supposed to be my friend at another company, and she told me that I would never get into HR because no one would take me seriously because I was too into fashion. Okay, I'm not sure what one really has to do with the other, but hey. I then encountered another Black woman when I was actually working in HR. I was an HR manager, and I was a co-chair of a women's leadership group. I reached out to this woman and asked her to come and speak to our women's group, and she did. And before the meeting started, she pulled me aside and told me that my earrings were too big. I don't recall asking her what she thought of my earrings, but okay. So I've had a lot of feedback, negative feedback in my 20s and in my 30s. And being told that my style was too feminine, I was too feminine basically. That the colors that I wore, the earrings that I wore, my fashion and my presence made me less professional. Now, I want to say that what I heard was not you're too fashionable. What I heard was shrink because you're too big, you're too confident, and I don't feel comfortable around you. And, I want to also say that we should definitely listen when people give us feedback, okay? But we have to recognize the source, and we have to really assess ourselves, spend some time with ourselves, and determine if that feedback is actually true, if it's helpful, and determine where it's actually coming from. Is the person really trying to help you? Is the person really trying to put their insecurities off on you? Because that is what it is a lot of times, okay? And quite frankly, I refuse to do so. I've never done it. Even when they told me that nonsense, I didn't do it. And now I'm 52 and I'm still not doing it, okay? I am the woman that I want to be. I am the woman that loves God, who loves her family, who loves people around her, who treats everyone with respect. And so that's the woman that matters. Not the woman that wears the big earrings, not the woman that wears a lower cut top or a bodycon dress, okay? Because that's another kind of confidence that a lot of women don't have. And when they don't have it, and when they feel like they can, make you shrink because they think that they have some sort of power, girl, please. Okay, we're not listening to that. All right. And what's interesting is I wasn't coming to work sloppy or unprofessional. I was usually in a dress, a suit with heels. I was polished. I just wasn't plain. I was confident. Okay? And people don't love confident people. Other confident people mostly like other confident people, but people that are insecure, um, yeah, they're not checking for us. They're not checking for us unless they can, bring us down to their level. And that will never happen with this girl right here. And I don't ever want you guys to let that happen to you either. Okay? I liked color. I liked earrings. I liked fashion. And somehow that got interpreted as me not being serious about my career. Okay? Please. But I had to learn that polish does not mean invisible. Professional does not mean personality less. Being taken seriously does not require a woman to erase everything that makes her feel like herself. Okay? So, no, I don't want to be the woman that tells other women to shrink. I want to be the woman who reminds her that she can be strategic and stylish. She can be feminine and firm, beautiful and brilliant, soft and serious. And you can still lead and look good while doing it. And there's nothing wrong with that. It's really sad that women love to tear other women down to make themselves feel good. Those are the women that need to really assess themselves and try and, instead of trying to tell others how to be. Right now, I'm 52. I've been an HR leader for well over a decade. I have surpassed people um, in my career, um, or I'm now at the same level as the ones who said those things to me. And that is not me, bragging. That's me realizing how far I've come just being Shinea. And now I have my own executive advisory firm. Um, and I had the confidence to start something that some people would never feel comfortable doing. I wanted to make my own dreams come true, not help others make their dreams come true by working for them and working super hard and not really getting what I deserved. And that's going to be a topic for another day that we're going to cover, okay? Um, Part of the work that I want to do and that I do through Lux Leadership Partners, which is my advisory firm, is helping women, see themselves clearly, lead with confidence, and stop auditioning for rooms they already belong in. And I want to be clear, like I said earlier, this is not me bragging. I'm not saying this from having an ego, but everywhere I've worked, women have stepped up their game around me. Not because I told them that they had to, but because they saw my confidence and it gave them confidence. It gave them permission to be themselves. And, women have told me, you made me want to dress better. You made me feel like I could show up differently. You made me feel like I didn't have to hide myself, when I come to work. And that meant something to me because I never want to be the type of woman to make another woman feel small. I want her to look at me and remember that she can be herself too. And that's the difference. Some women use their position to make other women shrink. I want to use whatever I have, my voice, my style, my leadership, my story, to help women stand taller because that's what it's about. We should be a community of women helping each other, not trying to hurt people, not trying to make them feel bad about themselves. And who are you if you're watching and you're one of those women that are like the people that I'm describing, who do you think you are? Who are you to tell somebody that they need to tone it down? Why don't you bring your level up? How about that? This shouldn't be like this. And we're supposed to like each other, love each other. So let's lean more into that instead of trying to make people feel bad, okay? Um, my younger women who are in their 20s and 30s, like, I don't want you ladies going through that. It's not a good feeling, being you're trying to go to work, you want to look nice, you want to show up in the world, because how we take care of ourselves, it matters. It should matter, to all women, how we show up in the world, right? Because it says something about ourselves. Like, we're confident, we're secure. And those are the things that we want to show the world, right? And so don't let anyone dim your light. And if you feel like you don't have what it takes, keep watching this channel, baby, because I'm going to show you how to show up in the world, how to become the woman that you were meant to be, and to tune out the naysayers, because there's always going to be naysayers around you, honey. Okay? And I don't want to be that woman. And I'm encouraging you ladies to not be that type of woman. Okay? Let's cheer other women on. Let's help them get to where they want to be. Don't look at a woman and say, well, why should I make it easy for her? I had to do XYZ to get here. Okay, that was your battle. That's your story. But now God has put you in a place to help somebody else, to pull your hand down, reach your hand down and pull that next girl up. Okay? Help her. Teach her how to show up in the world, how to show up in corporate America, because especially for us sisters, baby, we know how corporate America is when it comes to us, okay? And it's a lot of BS. And we should not want to see our younger sisters go through that, okay? We shouldn't want to see our older sisters go through that, because let's keep it real. Some of us in our 40s, our 50s, our 60s are still going through that in corporate America, still trying to, navigate how we're supposed to be. But always be you, okay? Keep doing you, keep looking good, keep feeling good, keep smelling good, keep showing up as authentic you, okay? And I hope that something that I shared today inspired you, motivated you, encouraged you to take your whole self wherever you go, and reminded you that you should not let other people dictate how you show up in the world. If you found this video helpful, if I said something that really stuck with you, please like, comment, subscribe to my channel. I would love to have you here as part of the She's So Shinea community. And drop me a note, heart, whatever. Just let me know that something resonated with you today, okay? And now it's time for my segment, She's So Into. And this segment is what I'll do in every video each week of what I'm into that week, okay? And so this week, I am very much into this wig, and it is the Cloud Nine What Lace, and it's by Sensational Zelena. Okay, I hope you can see that. And so this one is in Flamboyage Blonde. It's like a honey blonde with some couple of 613, what do you call those? Highlights in there. The wig is probably about 23, I believe it's like 23 inches, which is pretty long for me. Lately, I have really been into like the 14, 16, and 18s. But I've rocked with Zelena for so long. I've had her, I think I've been wearing her for 4 years. For 4 years, on and off. I've worn her in 1B. I've had her in Flamboyage Auburn, Flamboyage Blonde, Flamboyage Sand, mocha, and chocolate. So I've pretty much worn them all except for like the dark brown or whatever. Um, I'm in love with her. Like this is my girl. Okay, when I put on Zelena, I feel like myself. And I've been trying like to find new wigs that are shorter. None of them hit like Zelena. Okay, and so like like I said, it's still pretty long right now for me and where I am in my life. Um, but I just put this bad girl on today, and so probably in a couple of days, she gonna get cut. You know, I'm real big on cutting my wigs, layering them, or just cutting them short. You know, I think I'm a stylist sometimes, but that's okay. They still come out looking good. But yeah, I really like this. I encourage you, if you have not tried Zelena, and she's been out for a long time, try her. You know, she basically comes in a color for everybody. Okay, so she can definitely shed a little bit. She definitely tangles, which is one of the reasons why I'm gonna cut her, because I'm not down for the tangling. It annoys me real bad when a wig tangles, and I know she's synthetic, whatever. I still have high expectations of everything. Um, and I will say that with Zelena, um, you get like, what is it, 13? Yeah, 13 by 6 parting space. She's thick, which I absolutely love. I don't like a thin wig. Um, Try Zelena. You'll love her. Trust me. Um, and if you don't like her, that's okay too. But just try her. Um, and so today is my second video. I am going to make a third video um, today as well, because I was, I woke up in close to about 5, 5 or 6 o'clock. I can't remember, but I woke up and something was on my heart, and I will share that with you ladies next video. Um, but it was so good, sorry, having you all here and spending a little bit of time with your girl. Thank you so much. Again, if you like my topics, my convo, just subscribe to a girl's channel, okay? Thank you so much. Have a great day, and I will see you in the next video. Bye-bye.